Yes, sir. It's your boy First Klass, man. We back. Class session. We in season 3. Y'all know that. Finally got my brother in the studio with me.
Yes,
my guy Action.
Yes, sir.
Pleased for you to be on the show, man. Pleased for you to be a part of this journey, man. Let everybody know a little something about yourself, bro.
What's good, world?
Yes, sir.
I go by the name of Action. I'm him. No. Nah,
Come on now, talk your.
I'm just a man, a blessed man that likes to share his blessings. That's all I can say. A lot come with that.
Yeah, and with that being said, a lot coming with that. Just let everybody know what all the avenues you into right now. What got you into those avenues, bro?
We can start off with I would say like my baby, and that's pretty much my music and entertainment career, where I produce, manage, A&R, all of those great things. A lot of behind the scenes stuff with
What got you into that?
I was kind of born into it, you would
Come on.
say. Yeah, I was born into it.
That's
you
a
know
good
what I
answer
mean?
for me.
Yeah,
I kind of
shit,
figured
you
that way
know.
too.
Yeah, I was born into it, but it's
Born
definitely
into it. We gonna get into everything. When you say born into it, elaborate on it.
So I am related to the Prince family.
Okay.
Grew up, we grew up like brothers, basically.
Instead of which y'all are cousins.
Yeah, we are
like
cousins. We are blood. We are blood related. First cousins at that. But just growing up around it, being around it, being able to experience it on a different level than most people get to experience. I grew a love for it, and it's definitely something that, a lifelong dream of mine that I was able to bring into fruition. A few years back that I'm still able and blessed to be living in. So.
Yeah, and with that being said, I've seen some of the talent that you've managed across over the years, and I've become fans of those guys. You know what I'm saying? So your ear and eye for talent is something that's not lacking, I would say. You know what I'm saying? That kind of runs in the family as well.
For sure. I think that's something that we all have a good understanding of is talent and capabilities and star quality.
Right. Marketability is a big thing in what y'all doing.
Once you get to a certain level, the expectations are higher. You know what I'm saying? The standards is higher. So it's pretty cool that as a family, we're all pretty much into this game and in this business, and it's cool for us to kind of play the game where we all have different artists that we work and break, and not saying
it's collaborate with sometimes.
Yeah, we collaborate. I mean, it's all a collaboration. I mean, even if a person isn't necessarily like cemented into a situation, we all do our part in trying to make sure that the next person succeeds, because it's what we like to call a machine. And we're all a part of this big, beautiful machine that rap a lot. And, it's nothing but blessings on this side.
No, for sure. And that's from Big J, Jazz Prince.
Yeah, J Prince Jr.,
you.
everybody.
Like, everybody I feel like that's involved in that I've grown to have a relationship with, or being successful in what they're doing. And it's a blessing to see. It's live to see that. And we both kind of stepped into the lane of entrepreneurship. When I first met you, that's when I was DJing.
Right,
you know what I mean? I was tough in the DJ crowd, was doing my thing. But that's just also something that you have to work on as a craft. Is you got to perfect those things. And we don't have to wake up when we like somebody's making us wake up, I would say. You know what I mean? That's something that you're doing on your own because you want to be the best at whatever you're doing.
Right.
Like, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you waking up on time and doing things like that? Even though, you know what I'm saying, I know you probably sleep to 12 o'clock.
Nah, man, not these days. But I mean, it's levels to it. It's levels to entrepreneurship. Just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you're successful. Just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean that, you've made it. So, I mean, just like any other job, man, you got to get up and give it your all to get the most out of it.
For sure.
One thing about me, I just have a naturally competitive nature. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna always try to figure out a way to rise to the top. And so with being an entrepreneur, I was committed to it. So I was also I was committed to taking the long journey as well. So I played the back end, as far as my career is concerned. And I'm finally, starting to reap some of the benefits of that.
That's dope. That's good to hear, man. And again, I think we've been down for at least 10 plus years, man. So at the end of the day, when I see these journeys and we see each other's journeys, man, these are things that we didn't see for each other.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, see for ourselves, but we seen for each other.
Right.
Let me
Right.
say that right, because I seen you jump in the game, and this real story. Like this, one of the he was one of the biggest Drake fans I knew. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big Drake fan, and the reason why I say this
Shout
because
out to the boy, man.
for real though, you see him go from fan just recognizing his talent, recognizing how great he could be, to now rubbing shoulders with him and being in these arenas with him and rooms with him. And I'd be sitting there like, I'd text him like, man, this dope, bro. It's just dope to see you in that position.
Yeah.
And we ain't got to just get into it, but how was that feeling for you though, bro? What was that like?
Just to be involved or just to be around. I'm not saying involved, but just to be around something of that magnitude. You know, it's very inspirational. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It honestly, it leaves a stain that you can't wipe off if you're that type of person. You know,
Yeah.
I've always been an ambitious person. So just to be around greatness, like I said, and I'm also competitive. So just to be around greatness, it sets the bar for what my expectations of myself are.
Very high
And,
bar.
I've been blessed to be around some of the most influential and some of the biggest artists in the world, aside from Drake. I've been around a lot of just
Not for sure.
great people. And, being that close to it, you kind of feel like, it's kind of God talking to you, letting you know that, this is a possibility for your life.
I
At the
agree,
same
bro.
time, it adds a lot of pressure and it adds a lot of,
Expectations.
expectations on yourself. In which, I take full on, and I look forward to just the journey of getting there, you know what I'm saying? And
Not for sure. And again, like you said earlier, man, it's a bumpy road in this entrepreneurship. It's not something that just everybody can wake up and do. Therefore, everybody will be doing it, working for themselves and things like that.
Right.
So, but you got to have a plan. I feel like if you got a plan, and I've learned this over the years, writing down your plan helps you out a lot more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just having something you can go back and look at and be like, man, this is the plan. We're gonna stick to the plan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And fix it when you have to. What kind of steps do you take to execute what you got going on? You got goals in mind for your artist and goals in mind for yourself, goals in mind for your brand. Shout out Slapwoods.
Awesome.
How you execute those goals? I would say in those plans.
I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people like to write shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to. Oh damn! There's a whole wreck outside.
Man, hope they all right.
For real. Damn, that's crazy. Sound like a hit and run too. Niggas skirted out.
Yeah, they took off.
No, honestly though, man, it's for me, fuck that shit fucked up my whole shit.
Yeah, it sounded good, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
what was the
fix it
question
right.
again, brother?
They get it right. Just basically about like executing your plan.
Yeah, so for me, my execution just all lies on just like my desire to win.
Right.
Desire
is a big word, man.
Yeah, bro. Like I love to win. You know what I'm saying? And I love to earn it too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I love to put the work in to see the results. So for me, man, I'm very hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that I've written things down and things like that, but there's nothing that works better for me than like tough love.
Yeah.
So, I put a lot of tough love on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And I also know that my actions are going to determine like my results and my outcomes.
For sure. That's what desire is, really. Right. Really like your actions. Like you really got a real life when you're in the game to make your stuff succeed, make your own product and things succeed. The desire has to be, at an all-time high because nobody's gonna push you like you push you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not really nothing cliche to say about that. That's just real talk.
It's got to be in you, not on you.
I agree, for sure. And just us being a part of the relationship, like we had a relationship 10 plus years. Just I didn't got to be around Big J. You know what I mean? I didn't got to be around Jazz. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are guys that I've always, had an admiration for, you know what I mean? Like, especially Big J. That's somebody I can say, like, I put him on the level of Deion Sanders. And the reason why I say those names is Big J, Deion Sanders, Floyd Mayweather. These are guys that, because I don't really look up to nobody but those guys. Right. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I put them in this little in this bucket, and I'm trying to get to where they're going. And they started somewhere, but it all started with a plan. It started with executing that plan, and seeing them succeed, it says they can do it, I can do it too. Because I feel
Right.
like we all had those same, uh, I would say them jewels, bro. Like you said, you'll be around Drake and you'll feel like, man, I'm around this for a reason.
All right.
You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
and we've been like, come on, bro, let's be real. Like, we done been around some stuff, bro. To
Yeah.
like, we know it's like, man, how is this happening?
Yeah.
Because which they already a lot of people know about. But he's the one that got me. He's the one that got me in with Cooley and
Right.
the whole situation with that. So the Drake at the crawfish boil and all that stuff
Right.
was I didn't think
Right.
none of that
Then
stuff
that was
was
a minute
possible
ago
for me,
too.
but
That
that's
was a minute
action. You know
ago.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and those things I've always been appreciative for.
Shout out
And
Cooley.
for sure, for sure. Shout out my girl Cooley, man. She's still out there doing everything. But so you got all these steps you took besides. We talked about all these steps you took besides. What made you finally say, you know what, I want to work for me. I want to do everything for me.
Man, I think in reality it's probably just desperation. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I knew young that I wasn't cut out for a lot of like normal things or people would consider normal. I struggled a lot with just, you
What
know,
jobs or what
I
nature?
mean,
Authority?
not even authority, man. I would just say societal norms. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I struggled a lot with what people were saying, what was supposed to be going on or supposed to be happening. I never really saw my life as like a yellow brick road, and so, you know,
You've been blessed.
my
You've been around some blessings, bro.
yeah, I've been blessed to be around a lot of great things, but I think my biggest blessing is like being able to like understand like my position and my role and why I'm there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
Because
that.
a lot of people are around.
Yeah.
There's countless amounts of people that's been around, but to actually, for one, to understand your role, and then two, to work towards that opportunity of opportunity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like you kind of got to work your way up to get to for God to bless you with the opportunity to get to where you want to be.
Right.
And just because He gives you that opportunity doesn't mean that
He can't
it's
take it
gonna
away.
yeah
Also,
it's gonna take or that it's gonna work out how you think it's gonna work out.
for sure.
You know what I
Because I feel
mean?
like, of course, we all got this mindset to where it's gonna work like this. It's gonna work like
Right,
this,
right,
and
right.
then it's not working like that. Either you gonna give up or you gonna fight the storm.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's fighting the storm is finding ways to be successful. Like me, I try to be a perfectionist, and I think this kind of cut away from me, and which I'm working on. You know what I mean? Trying to be a perfectionist and everything is not gonna be something that's it's very possible. I'm not gonna ever say it's not possible, but I would work towards one thing and then try to perfect the next thing and try to perfect everything at one time. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this entrepreneurship, man, is not the easiest route.
Nah, not
But
at
it's
all.
something that's very much rewarding when you got people that's on your team. I say like the support and the motivation from peers and things like that. It kind of helps you go a little further. But the lack thereof also helps. Is that something that kind of motivated you ever? Like you ever just notice when people just like, all right, I would say they would clap for others more than they clap for you, or you think that don't matter?
In the grand scheme of things, it don't matter because the proof is in the results.
Right.
I'm not a big gratification guy where I seek that. I don't seek gratification. I seek results. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Because
like that.
gratification, that shit is selective. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker can, you know, niggas will cheer for the nigga coming in last place. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Just because he finished the race, and that's not the type of person I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? Like,
Agreed.
I want, like I said, I want to win. So I'm all about the results. I think my biggest thing, like I said, man, was just my desire to win and continue. I still don't feel like I've won. I just feel like I'm in position to win.
Yeah, for sure.
And
For sure,
yeah,
bro.
so that's what it boils down to, man. I mean, you just got to be a fighter to make it in life in general, bro. Nobody, I don't care if you're born rich or poor, there's gonna come a time in your life where you're gonna have to fight through something.
Right. You're
And
gonna have to keep it. You want to change it, or you want to keep it that way. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
you gonna,
yeah.
in some way, you're gonna have to keep doing something,
Right.
or start doing something to get those results. So as far as right now, I mean, you're right now. Let's get into the slab wood thing. How you getting into that?
So shout out to Slap Woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The
That's a growing
biggest,
business,
the
man. That's what's
biggest,
up, bro.
the best thing to come in the culture since motherfucking Drake.
Come
You know what
on.
I'm saying? Because for one,
For real.
this product was created by one of my good friends, brothers, and business partners, Natter, and also
Shout out him.
my brother, business partner, family, Jazz Prince. And it's something that one of us had the idea, and then everybody else got behind it. We started working towards how we can bring it into life, and we started sitting down in the kitchen and cutting up cigars and doing stuff like that. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to actually make a product that actually catered and cared about like the smoking culture. You know what I'm saying? But not just the smoking culture, but I'm gonna say hip hop culture and pop culture in general.
Yeah.
Because our brand, I mean, for once from the jump, we've always supported everybody from local artists, from Black, Hispanic, whatever.
Right.
Man, we
I've seen
support
that.
DJs, skaters. I mean, if you are a part of the smoke culture, you know what I'm saying, Slapwoods, we show love.
And I've seen that they starting to pick up on it.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is that like we want to give back, you know what I'm saying, in each way that we can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just on like the philanthropy side where we may, put money over here to this, to this nonprofit or whatever, but directly to the customers and directly to the consumers. I mean,
It's definitely a good product for
we've
sure.
been a 100% satisfaction guarantee, man. We've replaced, hundreds of products that people weren't satisfied in because we are that caring for, what I'm saying, for our consumers and for things like that.
That's
So
what's up,
Slapwoods
bro.
is the world's first completely organic cigar cone, and then we're also the world's best all natural rolling cigar. So, we got two flavors out right now. We have an original and a honey berry. And I mean, if you've had the pleasure of smoking one, welcome to the family. And if not, I look forward to meeting you.
For sure. For sure. It's dope to see all these things come in fruition for you, bro. Cause like again, I've seen you talk about these things. I knew what you was capable of and things of that nature. So as far as like managing your artists, tell us a little bit about who you managing and how that came about.
Well, I've started managing artists about 10 years ago. And I was just really just trying to find my niche in the game because I produce as well. I would say I'm a producer first, a creative first.
I think so too.
So I always take on the responsibility of like not just a manager, but also like a producer and or things like that to really help develop and grow the talent to where they're on a level to where they can become, to where they can come like a priority in our regime. So not all artists are just born stars, man. Some stars have to be, kind of groomed and things like that. And so that's kind of the role that I take. And right now, I've worked with this kid named Jips out of L.A., Felly out of L.A. Outside, like I've lived in L.A. for a minute. I did like 5 years out there, man. I've collabed and worked with everybody from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna name drop, but I've worked with them all, either directly or indirectly. And at that time, I was managing this kid named Jips who had some really good motion, and we did some great things.
Jips,
and,
he was hard. He was hard.
Moving forward,
White guy.
Yeah, white dude, but
hard.
I'll tell you right now, man, I put him up against man any rapper that's just talking about just rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like I put that kid up against anybody, man, because that guy got
hard.
some go. And this, like when it come to his raps, I can't believe that a white dude actually got it like that.
Thinking like that.
I see a lot of white dudes that can rap, but some people just naturally get music, and he's one of those guys. And he's also one of those guys that's like, too good for the industry. Not in his mind, but in what it takes to make it in this industry. A lot of the best, a lot of the best artists and best musicians just can't get with it, man, because it's just not in them to dumb that shit down.
I already know. I get it.
And
I
some
get
people
it.
just have a natural act for just making good music to where it's not even about being dumbed down, but they can just make shit that everybody can love naturally.
Right.
Which is like brings me to like my most current artist, Aaron Page, which
Dope.
I hope to bring him on the show soon.
Yeah,
But
for sure. Aaron
good
Page
kid,
is dope. Shout out to him.
good kid, man, up and coming. Hasn't been put out there yet, but once he is, you will know who Aaron Page is.
Aaron Page, I just so happily we both just recently celebrated our birthdays, man. Happy birthday again, my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clank up that
Yeah, come on,
heavy
one
ass cup
time.
you got.
Yes, sir. Give me a little drink. But yeah, we
Aquarius
recently
gang.
just celebrated our birthdays, and I got to meet Aaron Page, hear Aaron Page for the first time live, see his stardom, see how people react to him, and it's again just another one. It's like I feel like it's another one for just y'all in general, because I can name names that people will know that's associated with just Rap a Lot. And y'all family and everything that y'all doing, from the Drakes, because of course Jazz
Right.
found Drake,
The biggest.
Kenna Man,
Right.
Marcus Clay,
Marcus.
Aaron Page, what was it? Sosa,
Mosa.
Mosa,
Young Mosa. Mosa's
he
going
hard.
crazy right now on the East Coast.
This another other people that's associated with y'all
I
that
mean, you got
people
YB in the mirror, man. You got
Tone
Corday.
Smith.
You got Tone Stiff.
stiff.
You got Stiff with the T,
Stiff.
man. It's
Oh,
a little
okay.
different. A little
My
different.
bad. My bad.
Yeah, but Tone Stiff. I mean, you know, we've been blessed enough to be able to acquire. You know, I would consider we have some of the best
Is that
talent
true
in the
about
world.
Tone that he wrote? What's the song?
Which one?
Liquor?
He wrote Liquor for Chris Brown. He wrote and produced it actually.
Yeah. See,
So-
that's the. I always wanted it because I think I must have heard you say it.
Yeah.
But I was telling people, man, that boy he did this and that, but I wanted to be right. You know
Tone's a
what I mean?
bad man. You know,
That's-
and
yeah.
anybody that's under this umbrella, man, anybody that's a part of this family is extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? And,
Nah, for sure.
And we only work with artists that we feel like have that. And it's hard to find. A lot of people always wonder why we don't do more of this, why we don't do more of that. But it's because of the criteria that we search for and look for. We're looking for one in a million. You know what I mean?
Have
And,
you ever searched out in talent? Say you looked out in the talent and you got with them and they was something that they weren't. Like they were just like, man, I'm thinking this dude is dope, and then you meet him and he's I ain't gonna say like a nerd or anything, but he's like kind of like he's not the guy that he's perceived to be.
Yeah, but I think that's the beauty of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Is that a lot of these guys aren't who we think they are. You know, but
They want to express themselves, I would say.
I mean, it's art. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't judge anybody's art. You know, I can separate your art from you know the person
Me
that
too.
you are.
Me too. I can too.
As long as you can.
Right.
And to me, that's all that matters. It's like, you know, I'm in the business of making and selling music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the business of like, you know what I mean, making you as real as a person as you can and things
Yeah,
like that. So
I
it's
got
like,
you. I got
it's
you.
like, man, if we can come together and make beautiful art, make beautiful music, and we can turn it into something special, and like, let's do it.
The reason why I asked that is because, of course, you know, in the media lately, these guys, I would say, like Ja Morant, these guys that get these opportunities that grow up with 2-parent homes, I would say, great financial situation. I ain't gonna say great. I don't know his financial situation, but 2-parent home, Catholic school, and they grow up to get to this money, these blessings that they worked their whole life for, and then they try to kind of, I would not try to throw it away, but they want to thug it out a little bit. I'm the type of guy that, again, like I don't want to kind of put them together. If you want to express yourself that way, because the man did grow up, like I said, the man did grow up, but you don't want to, I never want to be the person that goes backwards. You know what I mean? You putting yourself in a position to where you've the entrepreneur stuff is bumpy. So once you get to success in whatever it is you want to be, you don't want to be a person like, all right, now you down here doing stuff that you've never done before.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm getting at. How you view that? How do you separate the two?
I mean, you know, money does a lot to people, and you
Sure.
never truly know a person. Even though let's just say the Ja Morant situation, like we don't really know how Ja Morant came up. You
Right.
know,
I agree.
I think they posted some family photos of them where they were looking happy and wholesome. But which
Yeah.
I mean, that could be misleading. You know what I
Not
mean?
for sure.
I think at the end of the day, once you cross that line of success, like a John Morant, where you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and now you got so much on your shoulders, family, things like that, everybody dependent on you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to move differently. I think a lot of, especially young black dudes that get into the money, they feel the pressure of like trying to like what we would consider stay black or
Hmm.
stay down or stay
That's a good way to put it, though.
and it's really a trap in that sense, right? Where it's like, you never want to fall for the trap of like somebody trying to keep you in a position where you're mentally like trying to compare yourself to people with less than. You know what I'm saying? It's like
For sure.
if you made it, man, and God has blessed you to make it and move forward and grow and elevate, then that's what you should do. Me personally,
I
I
think
feel like.
I agree because I'll be honest with you because you look at a person like LeBron. I think LeBron kind of grew up opposite of him, but how he holds himself now, it's like the structure and how he family man. He's never been really in no trouble. I've never
Right,
heard of him being in any trouble.
right.
He's doing a lot of things the right way, and that's kind of how I look at it. But guys like John Morant, kind of like I would say even a guy like me, like I didn't go the route he did, but it might have been some things that happened in his life that he wanted to kind of speak out about, or it kind of changed him, and people what they don't know, they wouldn't know, his family knows, and things like that. So I would say this real quick, how like just being vulnerable. I am a person that I've learned later on in my years, you know what I mean? I'm getting up there in seasons, that I can reach out to certain people and not expect to be judged and things like that. But every man is not like that.
Right.
And I spoke on this before, but the reason why I'm speaking on it again is because I also be discouraged on like, man, like you my brother. Like this be real, you my brother. But sometimes it'll be hard for me to tell you I got a weak moment right now. You know what I mean? And that's what I kind of want to change, and that's why I like to shed light on that type of situation. But how you feel about that though?
Like being vulnerable in like which way? It's just in life in general. We're talking about like the
I mean, just
relationships
like
or
just
like
say
times where
just
you might
say
need some
some
help.
I was wrong by something, and I don't want to go down the wrong path to make the wrong move, and I look at just to get some information from you, and sometimes you be like, man, because I know me. I be like, hey, bro, you acting soft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you don't want to be that person,
Right.
and or you looking for a person that's not that person.
Well, I feel like being vulnerable as a man is like, I mean, honestly, it's like a last resort.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like because we all know what comes with that, and
for
chances
sure.
are it's nothing, in reality, it's nothing good. But I feel like when a man is being vulnerable, that's just him letting you know that he done tried everything else.
Right. I
So,
agree. I agree.
and I don't think anything is wrong with that.
You
Just
got to
you
have
have to be
somebody to confide
selective.
in
It's
because
all
if you
about who
just
you're vulnerable with, right? So you got to be
right.
selective of who you're vulnerable with, in whatever time that you're in.
Because if you
But
by yourself and you only moving off your own moves, it's not going to be the best move all the time if emotions get involved.
right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
Because obviously, because again, this on a personal side, if I'm bringing this situation up, I've not went through. I'm not just going through anything crazy. I just want to not talk to myself all the time. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So I just want brothers to open up if you can, like just open up, like
yeah.
because I've got to the point to where I know I can talk to my old lady, I can
Right,
talk to my mother, I can talk to friends. I can't talk to everybody
right.
because of I don't. It's not that I don't want to be judged. I just rather not have that person just like worried
Yeah,
about it like that. You know what I mean? If
yeah.
that makes any
Well, you
sense.
gotta. I think it's a trust factor. Like you gotta
Right.
trust, and also you have to. I feel like whoever you're confiding in, somewhere inside of you, you feel like they can help you.
For
So
sure.
it's
For
like
sure.
like I said, you just gotta be selective, man. And there's
Yeah, that's
levels
why
to
you don't
being
go to everybody about it,
right,
everything. You
and
know
there's
what I
levels of
mean?
being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Like we could talk about relationship shit back and forth and our personal experiences, and like that may not be as deep as us talking about like some of the more life changing things that we may want to keep more for like a more intimate, what I'm saying, type
Yeah.
of situation. So it's levels to it, man. I think all in all, the truth shall set you free. So it's like as long as you're just trying to be as honest and as truthful as you can with
Right.
yourself, you know what I
That
mean?
helps.
Like
That
that'll
helps.
reflect
And I
a
like
lot on
that
your
you said
life.
that. I
You
like
know?
that you said that because, in all honesty, man, just being real with yourself, being real with, it kind of goes with everything that we're saying. Because me being real with myself, him being real with himself, we was able to step out on faith and do what we really want to do. Um, and it was something that it wasn't the easiest transaction. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's something that's fulfilling. It's worth it. It's definitely something that I'm blessed to get on it here and share my stories. I'm blessed to have this my fitness world going on, my gym coming, things of that nature.
Right.
Those things are blessings to me, but it came with the hard work. It came with me getting up on time. It came with me writing down my plans. You know what I'm saying? It came with me reading these books. And again, it's different strokes for different folks, but man, it's success, man. It's just something that I really want to preach to y'all on some entrepreneurship, just on a getting to know aging today. It's motivating to know that you can come from any situation and still be successful and still have the drive every day to be perfectionist. Because that's what I always say this. I'm searching for perfection. It's impossible. But what I'm on the goal for is perfection. I appreciate you coming through. Hey, actually, tell them about your social media and where they can find you, where things of that
Yeah,
nature.
so y'all can follow me at action.ceo. I'm only on Instagram. I don't do a lot of tweeting,
Okay.
and I ain't on TikTok yet, but I might tap into
Man, we
TikTok
gotta
one of these
tap into
days.
TikTok, man. I
I
heard
love.
we gotta.
I'm a watcher. I'm not a
Yeah.
content maker. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man.
I'm a watcher. I like to
Man,
watch
and just to
TikTok.
tap in it real quick, and I want to get into that side just because I don't want to be on there. I'm not TikTok dancing or anything like that, but just the content creator side, I think that's helping brands a lot more these days.
It's important. I
It's
mean, it's
definitely
very
important.
important, man. It's just like like everything else, bro. It's just something else you got to figure
It's a
out and
tool. It's a tool
find your way through it. But
for
for
sure.
now, I enjoy TikTok for what I have it for.
Just looking.
I mean, that's the beauty of being behind the scenes is that you don't really got to do a lot of
You ain't gotta be the star, huh?
yeah, and
You
you ain't
gotta
got to
make the
do a lot of
star.
the things that's necessary.
Not for sure.
Like so, I'm good.
No, for sure. Y'all tap in with my guy Action, man. He's gonna be on a lot of episodes this season, man. We're gonna try to get him to co-host as many times as we can.
So
You know what it is. It's your boy First Class Action. We out.